What is good, fight fans? This is Ashley's Corner. Shout out to the Lions Den boxing community. Now, my video is a bit late because last night I was on live with Miss Boxing, Tay Brown, and Shakita Duval. Now, if you guys want to check that out, usually it happens on Friday night. We'll go live at 11. I think we went live a little after 11 because of the fight. But yeah, if you guys want to check that out that don't know about it or don't watch it, you need to go over to Miss Boxing's YouTube channel over on her page on Friday nights. The ladies get on there and we have our little boxing talk as well as other talk that's not boxing. But I wanted to talk about this fight briefly. I heard when the fight was happening, well, after the fight happened, they said nobody expected this outcome. I did. Before that fight happened yesterday, I said if he goes out here and knock this man out in the first round, 2-3 rounds, he's the goods. And that's exactly what happened. He came out here and knocked him out in the first round. I seen it. He could. Fonseca, I said in the beginning of the video, it's possible for him to go a few rounds. So this fight is interesting. But it's also possible for him to get caught on the way in and get knocked out. And that's exactly what the hell happened in picture perfect form. Now, in the beginning of the fight when Fonseca went to the body and he bent down and threw that, it looked all right, but you don't want to do that when you're fighting somebody with much faster hands and pop. Because immediately when he did that, I'm like, yo, Ryan Garcia is going to time that shit, knock his ass out with the left hook. And about 10, 15 seconds after that, that's exactly what the hell happened. He knocked his ass out and timed him perfectly with the left hook. And Ryan Garcia, I believe he said he was listening to. I don't remember who he said he was watching, but he said, and that's another crazy thing. Y'all probably won't even believe me. But 2 days ago, I was saying I don't really see feints that much in boxing. When I don't mean feints as far as using your body, I'm talking about punch feints, like punch. I was literally saying that shit 2 days ago, and this motherfucker come in here and talk about, yeah, I just watched some highlights, and he hit him with a feint, he hit him with a fake, and then a perfect punch, and that's exactly what he did, But kudos to Ryan Garcia. That knockout was picture perfect, cousin. That knockout was perfect. And anybody can get knocked out by that left hook. No bullshit. It's better than Adonis Stevenson's best left hook in the business. It's better than Danny Garcia's left hook. That left hook is off the chain. And because of that, the only way that you're gonna beat Ryan Garcia is if you can defend against that left hook the entire fight. If you're able to take that punch, or if you're able to beat Ryan Garcia to the punch and hurt him and have him thinking twice on whether if he should throw that motherfucker. You got to find a way to counter that fast ass jerking left hook. You got to be able to do that shit, and the shit's pinpointed, perfect accuracy. That shit, his glove hit his jaw on the right side of his face perfectly. Okay, but what's still not known, I get this fight to go some distance just so I can gauge Ryan Garcia's progression. I see that he's good and he's working, but I still don't know how his defense looks. I still don't know exactly how good he could take shots. It's still a lot of unanswered questions. This is what happens when you have a couple fights that ends very early. You don't really know what to say about the fighter. You know what I mean? You don't know a lot of things. You got a lot of questions. The same thing about Gervonta Tank Davis. Everybody said they don't know. All his fights has been quick. People quitting and shit like that, or whatever the case. He's kind of in that boat right now. We still have to see things from Ryan Garcia to see if he's 100% everything that people are saying that he is. Now, I said if he did come in here and knock this boy out in the first round, he might be a fighter to watch. And he is. He's most definitely a fighter to watch. And if you could look at the screen, that's one reason why, right there. And he's ready for that fight, according to him. That's what his mouth says. But when Devin Haney in that ring, Ryan Garcia whole demeanor changed, his smile changed, the way he felt changed. He's turned up still, yeah, but bruh, You did look starstruck. You looked like Haney was a guy you've been looking up to for years. It just wasn't cool. You put your arm around him, you did look like you was it just didn't look right, bruh. You don't I mean, and if you should have animosity about anybody that's at 135, it should be Devin Haney. Devin Haney's the one who said that he beat you all 6 times. You thought it was hilarious. You want to be this dude's friend. Like, I honestly, after this shit's over, after they fight each other, they know they ain't going to fight each other again. They're friends. I know Ryan Garcia want to be friends with him. I know that much. Yo, that shit is not, that, like, you remember how it looked when Spence first met Bud? Total opposite, huh? This is total. It's just, and this ain't, of course, it ain't the first time they met, but geez, bro, like, it looks like you straight up, like, you want that fight for the money, you want it for the fans, but you don't want to get your ass whooped, bro. You know you really ain't ready. But in my opinion, I think he should fight these fighters right now. I think since he called out called out Tank and Devin Haney, you should fight him. I believe he's trying to fight Linares next and then Campbell. And that's cool and all that, but why say you're going to have Tank for the third fight and you got Devin Haney in front of your face right now and he's the fourth fight? So you don't plan on fighting him in 2020. You plan on fighting Devin Haney in 2021. If that's the case, then why were you saying his name in 2019? That's just like Tank. You were saying Tank name since 2017 and you still haven't fought him. Like, I mean, and Devin Haney, in my opinion, ain't going to fight nobody. He ain't fighting nobody because he's going to move up to 140. So all of the talk about Devin Haney being Black Jesus and all that stuff is falling on deaf ears because we're never going to know if you're right. We're never going to know. You're not going to fight Ryan Garcia or Tank Davis at 135 pounds. If Devin Haney fights Teofimo, it might only happen at 140, and same with Ryan Garcia. Because plain and simple, I just don't see Devin Haney waiting around for a year and a half just for Ryan Garcia. He might do it, but I don't see it. Now, as far as Teofimo, man, I'm going to have to make a totally video about that because I honestly see him whooping Lomo. But always like and subscribe to the channel if you like to donate to the channel, help the channel grow. The link to my Cash App will be in the description. Peace.